Hello, everybody. I am your host, Serpex. Actually, April Fools. I don't know. I'm not the host today. I'm just the editor. So yeah. If C Money's the host, I'm just the editor. Okay. So please check out my channel.
I'm your host, C Money Sir, and this is King of the Hill. Been a while. Well, I'm C Money here, and I have a treat for you guys today. We have TSP vs Mo. These two guys know more about BTD battles than any two other people ever that you could ever think of. These guys know absolutely everything. Mo Money is the best battles player, arguably of all time, and definitely the best battles player today. And TSP is basically the leader of King of the Hill, and he gets all the inside info from all the best players of King of the Hill. And he just knows everything. These guys together probably know more about BT battles than the rest of the King of the Hill community combined, and that is not an exaggeration. These guys know everything, and we are extremely lucky to be able to watch this series, and we are about to learn so much. So, as you can see, they're both going for the normal Hydro strategy, where they both start off with the 0-0 Mortar, 0-0 Ninja, get the Ninja to 2-1, get another Ninja for round 6, or round 4, as I should have said, and then they get their Boomers up for round 6 on Strong. Now, they both sent a few blacks, but not really enough where the other person really had to buy anything, so in my opinion, sending blacks was basically a waste of money for both of them, as their opponent barely had to buy anything. And now we are getting into the dangerous rounds where Rico Whites can really mess you up, especially on Mo's side, where the Boomer is not nearly as good as it is on TSP's side. And yeah, Rico Whites can just really mess up Mo right now, although he probably could afford the Ricochet at this point. Now, round 11 is another round coming up in just a second here that, man, I would probably send some Rigo Zebras and Rigo Rainbows if I was TSP, as you actually need a 3-1 Ninja and 2 Ricochets to defend Rigo Spaced Rainbows. Now, neither player seems to want to rush, and they both have the exact same farm eco, except Mo is actually getting his farm slightly sooner than TSP, meaning he has more money, and just his eco is just better in general. Now, as they're near around 15, you'll see they're going to want to get their 14 Ninjas up, as it's really the only... Oh, okay, we're around 17 now, but it, you know, let's just go with it. You'll see they both only have 3-2 Ninjas still, and that's just because they're both trying to bait the other player into rushing them, when really they could afford the 14 Ninja the whole time. And they're both smart enough to realize this, so they obviously did not rush each other. So, as we get near to round 20, you'll notice that they're going to want to get their Sabotage supply lines up, which is really going to help them defend round 20 BFBs and etc. Now, a lot of people died to round 20 ceramics on this map, and the trick to beating those is just switch your Fortune Ninja to Strong, and it'll just, you know, as you can see on TSP's side, it easily destroyed all those ceramics, no problem. Now, TSP actually is not choosing to send any BFBs. He got a 4-0 Ninja on Strong just to help break the BFB layer, and he's just going to keep sabotaging, and it looks like he's going to try to defend this, which is actually insane. I've never seen a good player actually try to defend BFBs before, and the few players who I've seen try to defend BFBs have all failed to like the 2nd or 3rd BFB, which is not far at all, as very, very many BFBs can be sent. Now, they both actually sold farms before round 23, which in my opinion is a mistake, as you can lose a lot of money in that way. Now, TSP defended the 1st and 2nd VFBs very easily, which is good job by him, although there's no way he can actually defend this whole rush. Natural Moab is taken down easily by both players, and TSP is going to have to counter rush very soon, or he has no chance of winning this game. There's at least 3 more BFBs coming at him, and there's just no way he can defend. Now, if I were him, I would defend this BFB, then immediately launch a counter rush at Mo. And yeah, he just had to defend everything after that. So Ceramics getting really far. He's going to have to self-4 to ninjas and get the mortar up. He does mortar stall twice, aims the mortar down at the leftover pinks and yellows and greens and blues, takes all those out, and now he goes all in fast clone Moabs. Except the mistake that I think he just made is he sent too many fast clone Moabs, and he has no camo protection. If Mo were to rush with some camo balloons right now, which I think he should, TSP would actually have no chance of surviving. Now TSP is going to go for a sabotage, and it looks as though Mo actually has the infinite sabo glitch, which means his sabo will never run out. The Moabs are going to run right through on TSP's side, and Mo takes this game there. Yeah, that was actually a pretty solid game overall. TSP did a pretty good job of defending those BFBs, although it's really not your best bet to try to defend BFBs. Unless you're going darts, you're really going to have a very tough time defending BFBs on Hydro, so I would not recommend it. Although I do think there's some things TSP could have done a little better where he actually could have won that game. But it was Mo he was playing, so you can't really blame him there. Overall, pretty good game by both players. Mo is up 1-0, and I will see you guys in the next game.
Alright guys, we are back in game number 2, and TSP has chosen A-Game. Now, A-Game is definitely my favorite map. I just like how you go to round 20, and everything else till the end is just kind of preparing for round 20. I know you do see this on a lot of short maps, but I kind of feel like it's more so on A-Game. And in A-Game, it's kind of like the kind of map where, for the players and Bloons, it's actually a decently long map. So you have a lot of time to defend the BFBs, but you also don't have too much money. So I just like how interesting it gets when you have to focus on the whole game, making sure that you can get a lot of money, and also making sure that you don't die to any stupid rushes like Ceramics, Moabs, Rainbow Rush, etc. And I just think it's a really great map. Now, another thing is when round 20 does come around, you have to focus on not only defending BFBs, but also making sure you don't sell your farms until round 23, while also making sure that you don't die to the naturals. If you do sell your farms before round 23, you're going to be at a huge disadvantage, because on round 23 you get all your money from your farms basically immediately, and you just get so much money right there that selling one farm over your opponent could really give you a major disadvantage. Now, as you guys did see, TSP has been wasting quite a bit of money, and he did go a little bit too many farms, most in Ceramics, and he's going to leak a lot of lives. He might actually die from this, and he leaks all the way down to 51 lives. TSP rushes back, Mo had to slow farm to get his fortune jump, and he's going to leak, he's going to die, and he's going to live with 1 life. What? Oh, God. Man, I hate when that happens. I've lost so many series, or so many games, especially through Harrykins, where he will live with the 1 life, and he'll go on to win the game. Now, Mo is rushing back, he's taking it in his own hands, he's trying to kill TSP while he's down to 1 life. He knows that he has to rush now. He's used 2 Maelstorms, and he dies. So, he Maelstormed he Maelstormed the Ceramic Rush, which was the first part of the rush. And then, when the Moab came, he actually Maelstormed on the wrong side. On the left side that TSP was on, you actually have to Maelstorm on the top side of the track, while TSP was actually Maelstorming on the bottom side. That honestly could have been why he died, or maybe he just had enough popping power or bad Maelstorm placement. Well, obviously he didn't have bad Maelstorm placement, but yeah, he just messed up a little bit defending that, and that was a crazy game. Mo lived with the 1 life and went on to take the whole game. That is not something you see every day. That is something where you just gotta say, thank you, Mother Luck. You have saved me. Well, overall, pretty intense game. Like I said, I will see you guys in the next game. Mo is up 2-0, and as you guys probably know, this is a King series, meaning the winner has to win 4 games to win the entire series. I will see you guys in the next game. Alright guys, we are back in game number 3, and TSP has picked Snowy Castle. Now, this map is interesting to say the least. It's one of those maps where lives matter, but leaking isn't going to be the end of the world. Like, most likely whoever has more lives is going to end up winning this game, but neither of these guys are gonna know I've lost. There's no way. Now, granted, I haven't played Snowy Castle in a few months at least because I haven't really been playing battles, but in my experience, I don't think anyone can know I've lost this map. As you can see, they both already leaked anyway, so yeah, if Mo and TSP both leaked already, then I'm pretty safe to say this is not a No Lives Lost map. Now, I sped this up quite a bit because it is going to go super late game, as you guys would probably guess. So in the meantime, I am just going to talk about how I learned about Bloons TD Battles. And you guys can feel free to share your stories in the comments. But before I do start talking about this, I want to say that Mo is up on lives right now, and he's probably not going to leak any more for the rest of the game unless he dies. Because at this point in the game, it's really not where you're going to leak. So, how I found out about this game is I actually went to live with my grandparents for the summer one year, and you know, I helped them like dig like ditches to like build stuff with, and you know, stuff like that. Just a lot of manual labor, panning stuff for them, and just a bunch of stuff to help them out. And you know, after a while, there wasn't really much to do, so I had a lot of downtime. And I didn't have a computer at the time, but I did have a phone, so I literally went on YouTube and I looked up fun strategy games, because at the time I'd already played other games where I played like semi-competitively but not like super competitively or anything, but I was like considered like top 100 in the world, that kind of thing. While in this game I'm like probably top 20, maybe top 10, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, that doesn't really matter, that was randomness. But yeah, I looked that up and I found King of the Hill. At the time, it was uploaded on Super John Bombo's channel, and I was like, dang, this is really cool. And I found out there was a mobile app for this game, so I got the app, but at the time, I didn't actually know that they were playing the computer version. So I was trying to play it on my phone, and I was like, wait, how come I can't use as many towers? I was like, oh, they must be using the random tower thing. So I was copying all these King of the Hill strategies on my phone, and it, you know, obviously it wasn't really working out that well. So I started using different strategies, and then I got good at mobile, and then by the time that I actually got home when summer ended, I was basically like a god at mobile. Well, not a god at mobile, but I was decent at mobile, like I won most of the time. But yeah, and then I got on my computer, because at this point I had learned from watching Super John Bombo that there was a PC version that was like the main version people played back then. Mobile was not nearly as big as the Flash Burst version at that time. And you know, I finally found that out. I got home from the end of the summer, and you know, I went to play Bloons TD Battles on the computer, and then I was like, why can't I win anymore? Because now I was using the mobile strategies on Flash. But pretty soon after that, I learned to go back to the Flash strategies. I started watching some King of the Hill videos, and I just, you know, I learned some stuff. I went to the King of the Hill chat room, Chatsy. I learned a lot of stuff from those guys, and I got into King of the Hill fairly quickly. I think season 3 or 4 is when I got into King of the Hill. And yeah, that's basically how I found out about battles and how I joined King of the Hill. You guys can feel free to share your story in the description. And now I start talking about the Zombie Rush. Zom's getting pretty far on Mo's side, but all he has to do is stall, and I assume he is going to boat pool most of the BFBs at first. And the only issue I could see him having is that the Zombs are filling up like everywhere on the screen, so he can't really tell if like the super fast ceramics are going through or not. Now, I do think he should be able to defend this, as it's not really that hard to defend on this map, but the Zombs are getting pretty far, although I think as soon as he cracks the Zomb layer, he should defend pretty easily, and he is counter-rushing TSP with some stuff, but that shouldn't really be a problem for TSP, and he only has to stall a little bit longer, and looks like the ceramics going through, and he dies. Wow. Mo came pretty close to defending that. I think there was probably about 20-30 seconds left in the round, because 39 actually is a pretty long round, and it ends with a string of camo ceramics. But Mo actually did do a decent job of defending that rush. I think really what happened is he didn't realize that the ceramics were getting so far, and so he didn't know he had to mortar stall, and that's just because the Zombs were so, like,
big and he couldn't really see anything. But yeah, he did a pretty good job leaking very minimally, and really TSP didn't leak that much either. Mo just did a great job of not leaking. And he almost defended that Zomgrush. Like I said, the Zom's just a little bit too big for him to notice that things were going through. Overall, pretty good game by both players. TSP sent a pretty big-sized rush. And yeah, the score is 2-1 for Mo. I will see you guys in the next game. Alright guys, we are back in game number 4, and Mo has picked Yellow Brick. Now, I never played this map. It actually took me a minute to realize what this map was called. I had to think about it, because like I never played this map. No one in King of the Hill ever picks this map. It's just one of those awkward maps that 90% of people don't really know how to play. Although it is pretty self-explanatory, the normal strategy would just be bomb, ninja, mortar, farm, and you use the can spot that TSP is using. However, it looks as if Mo is actually going for an eco strategy. Now, I don't really understand the point of going for eco here, as really, I kind of feel like he can't defend. Like, there's no way he can get enough eco to defend around 33 to 40 Zomgrush. And I do know that TSP is capable of sending around 33 to 40 Zomgrush on like any map that goes late game, because he is a god at getting farms. And I just don't know what the advantages are for Mo, unless farms just aren't good at late game here, and TSPs were forced to rush early or something like that. But to my knowledge, I would definitely say that I don't think Mo really has a good strategy going here. Now you see, TSP is actually still going eco, which is kind of odd, but now he stopped, so I can only assume he's about to get a farm up, and yeah, he does get a farm up. And he leaks down to 145 lives, while Mo still no lives lost, so I guess that's good for Mo and all, although I don't really think it matters. There's no way he can defend. So if I were TSP, I wouldn't even care about lives that much at this point, considering he's already leaked, and I don't think there's any getting Mo to leak. His only chance is to kill him. And yeah, like I said, there's no way Mo can actually defend a late game Zomgrush. Now he's rushing with black, or he's getting for eco with blacks, which is really good when they're using a bomb strategy, because you actually get basically just as much eco as if you're sending pinks, except you can mess them up a little bit, which really can be good for you. Really messes up their ninjas. He's sending some Chris Berry eco, and yeah, it's really messing TSP up. He had to get quite a bit of defense. He sent a ceramic, and TSP leaks all the way down to 83 lives. That is not where you want to be down to, TSP. And round 18's coming up. Mo is still sending eco, so I definitely think TSP should rush with some Moabs. I don't think there's any way Mo would actually defend just constant Moabs and all that. And looks like Mo is sending a Moab at TSP. Behind that, he sent some blacks, and TSP has to sell 2 farms. He gets smaller up. Now he's going to need to get a 4-2 ninja up, and that should be enough to beat the rush. He might need to get a 3-2 ninja just because of the block layering. And yeah, 2-2 ninja, or 3-2 ninja actually. And he leaks all the way down to 46 lives. He does defend the Moab, and now he needs to counter rush Mo. He either needs to rush round 20 with BFBs or rush right now. And it looks like it is going to rush right now. Mo gets up a 3 attack, gets up a Mauler, gets up a 3-2 ninja. Obviously going to go for a 4-2 ninja as soon as he can. And Bloons are getting pretty far. He gets another 3-0 cannon, but there's just no way he can solo this. He's going to have to move his mortar, and he's just not going to be able to keep up with the Bloons, and he dies. That was a pretty intense game. I think definitely the mistake Mo made was he went a little bit too much eco, and then he rushed TSP while having already gone over eco. If you're gonna send a Moab versus an eco, if you're gonna go eco and you're gonna send a Moab versus a farm player, you really gotta make sure that you saved up enough money, because you know they're gonna have to sell farms to defend it, which is good for you. But you know that if they have to sell a farm, they're rushing you back right away. There's no doubt about it. If they are even a decent player, unless they know you have like a bunch of money saved up, they're gonna rush you back right away after you send that Moab. And Mo just wasn't ready for that. He just did not have enough money. So TSP knew exactly what to do when Mo made that mistake. And yeah, that was really good play by TSP. I gotta give him credit for that. And score is now 2-2. I will see you guys in the next game. Alright guys, we are back in game number 5. Score is 2-2, and Mo has picked cards. This is another map I really don't like. And although I haven't really been playing battles that much lately, I have heard that on this map, now people usually rush like around 20 or 22 in that area with like BFBs or Zoms, and yeah, I heard it really doesn't go late game that much anymore, meaning lives don't really matter here anymore. And again, that's just according to what I have heard, but as you can see, both players aren't worrying about lives, so it must have been right in the first place. So now, they both went for 2 ninjas for round 6, which personally, I would have only gotten 1, but I'm weird. Now, the reason I would have only gotten 1 is because the lives on this map, if you're not gonna try to no lives lost, what's the point of not trying to, what's the point of saving like maybe 10 lives? What's the point of that? I mean, yeah, if they rush a lot of blacks and you're gonna leak like 30, 40 lives, then yeah, get another ninja up, but to save like 20 lives, I mean, I'm not gonna waste $500 on that. Now again, I am weird, and these guys are both way better than me, so I wouldn't really agree with me. I would go with them. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Now, Mo is being a lot greedier for round... What's this round called? This round is called 16. He's being a lot greedier for 15, 16, 17. And round 18 is coming up, which won't really be a problem for either player, I don't believe. They both stop their farms early enough. And TSP actually does send a Moab, but Mo gets his defense up pretty fast. But then he goes for a rod, and he leaks a full ceramic. He's down to 24 lives. Wow. Oh, okay. And TSP has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 farms. Mo has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But TSP did waste a lot of money on that rush and lost a lot of eco. So it's kind of hard to say who's ahead. Mo's going to rush with a Zom, which is a great move as, you know, TSP is going to have to sell farms, and TSP sends the Zoms back. So these guys are both going to have to defend a Zom right now. And they both saboed. They are getting their defense up with around 23 Moab, and as you can see, they're both trying to just wait as long as possible before having to sell farm. Mo gets a couple 2-2 ninjas up, gets an extra 3-0 cannon to help with that. TSP leaks down to 48 lives, so he has exactly double the lives of Mo, if you can do some basic math like me. And TSP has actually already popped the Zom, which is really dangerous. He needs a lot of maulers. He's going to need to get like at least 2 4-2 cannons, and he's going to need to mortar stall. So that's going to be really hard to defend. He's already sold all his farms. He's going for more mortar stalls. He has to sell his maulers for more mortar stalls. And I think he's going to defend this, but I don't think that he's going to have any chance to win this game. And I was completely wrong. I didn't realize how many BFBs there were. I guess I sped it up a little too much. I kind of thought it was only a couple Moabs, but I was obviously completely wrong. Even with like 2, 3, maybe even 4 mortar stalls, that was not enough to defend that. That was pretty much a fail by TSP, to be honest. In my opinion, although maybe it was just because he didn't have enough money and there was really nothing he could do. Obviously, we didn't see his sides, so we don't know exactly what happened to him. But from what I saw, it kind of looked like TSP messed up pretty bad right there. So, overall, pretty derpy, weird game. But, you know, Mo won. He's up 3-2. We're gonna go into the final game. If Mo wins the final game, you know, TSP could win, but Mo is pretty good, so, you know, he might win. But then again, he might lose. You never really know. You never really know, because, you know, sometimes I 4-0 Mo, sometimes he beats me, sometimes I beat him 25-0. You never, you know, with Mo, it's just whatever happens, happens. Alright guys, we are here in the 6th game. Mo is out 3-2. If he wins this game, he defends TSP for King. If TSP wins this game, he pushes a 7th game. Winner takes all. Winner is the King of King of the Hill. This game is crazy important for both players. TSP wants King. He wants to say, Mo, I'm better than you. You suck, Mo. You suck. You were horrible at this game. I hate you. And Mo wants to say, TSP, I just beat you. And Mo's a nice guy, so he's not going to be mean to TSP after that, but yeah. So as you can see, they're both going for the same strategy, but TSP leaked 3 lives, and that can actually be a big deal on this map, as this is an NL map, I think. And you basically just want to do what you do on like Temple, as you guys have seen probably a lot in this channel, where you just bomb a ninja, mortar farm, and you just try to no lives lost and get as many 4-2 farms up as possible. And around 33, you're going to send some zongs, all that jazz. Maybe 34, 35, 36, depending on just what's happening and how the game is going. Now, Mo has leaked 1 life, but obviously he's still ahead, so it doesn't really matter. They are both getting some more ninjas just to make sure they can defend everything, and Mo actually goes for a slightly different defense for round 8. He goes for a 3-1 ninja instead of some extra ninjas like TSP and most other people do. And I'm not really sure which way is better, although for round 10 I would think that I would definitely do what Mo is doing, because he can handle the naturals too. And once the mortar breaks everything down to lower balloons, he'll do a much better job with that. And as you can see, TSP just leaked down to 89 lives. And if he would have gone for the 3-2 ninja, or the 3-1 ninja like Mo had, that would have been very easy to beat. No lives lost. Now, TSP is being a little bit greedy. Mo rushes with some Crisp Berry Eco, some Spaced Rainbows, just to force him to get some defense up, and he does. And Mo is actually going Eco. I should have noticed that a while ago, considering he didn't place farms by round 13. So yeah, I'm pretty dumb. But it's okay, guys. Some of us are just dumb. We're just trying. Oh my gosh, what's happening? TSP's like dead. Bye. Oh, okay. Alright, TSP. I see you. I see you, TSP. Basically what happened is the farms basically destroyed the Rainbow Rush, I think, although not sure about that. And I'm confused. Like, honestly, guys, I'm a little bit confused right now. I don't know how TSP didn't die. So round 18 is coming up right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if TSP actually went for an all-in rush, considering Mo is going like all-in eco right now. And TSP goes for a 4-2 farm. I think that's definitely means for Mo to send a Moab, and Mo does send a Moab. So TSP Moab assassins it, which I think is not a very good idea. And he's going to need to sell his 4-2 farm very quickly if he wants to survive this rush, as I assume Mo's only going to rush more. And he actually does sell the 4-2 farm, goes for a mortar cell, and like I said earlier in the game, now TSP is 100% forced to rush back. He has to rush Mo back right now. Oh my gosh, he sent metals. He sent metals. Oh my, it's running through the defense. Oh my god. Ooh. He survived. Now we got the natural ceramics, which could be a problem, and Fortune Ninja goes pretty god Mo right there, although I think Mo would have defended anyway. Mobs are getting pre-farm. Mo gets his Ring of Fire up, gets 4-2 ninja, extra ninjas, and I think at this point, as long as his ninjas don't derp, he should be able to defend this rush. He's getting some extra ninjas because of all the camo explosives, and Strength's getting really far. Mo popped really late. He Maelstrom that. He barely survives that. Goes on the other side, but he's going to Maelstrom that. He got camos, got Moabs, and he's got to Maelstrom the Bleeding Moabs, as Harry would say. And double Maelstrom takes care of both those Moabs. Has to sell the double Maelstrom, go for another Maelstrom. This is insane micro, boys. And he's going for a Rod counter rush, and TSP sends a Camo Ceramics, he gets his mortar on it, and TSP dies to the Rainbow Rush, I think. Unless he somehow hacked and lived. And TSP wins the game. That was absolutely amazing. That was one of the best micro clips I've seen in a long time. You guys already know, next time someone makes a micro montage or a top 5 micro clips or any type of BTD Battles montage, you guys already know that's going to be in there. That was perfect defending by Mo. He played that map perfectly. This whole series together, all of it, it was just amazing. Yeah, it wasn't as high level as I expected to see. There was a lot of derps, really derpy series, but it was exciting. You guys gotta agree with that. Every game was exciting. I love you guys. I love Mo for recording. I am Steam Money. Props to this whole series. Props if you watch this whole commentary. I will see you guys later. Peace.